So Vicki recently posted 50 artful technique challenges, and one of them is mask it, and that is what inspired this particular layout. So I have here a die cut from a cut file, and I've got the positive part and the negative part there on the left. And I didn't keep the bottom right because I kind of liked the idea of only using part of the die cut to color on. So I'm taking the water brush markers, put it there on the plastic, diluted it a little bit, and then I'm taking her paint brushes and painting directly onto that paper, and that is the Foundations paper from Vicki Boutin. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the vellum to kind of mask it or subdue the pattern that I watercolored there. And then here I'm taking some of the watercolor brushes and I diluted them a little bit, and I'm taking some ribbon from Heidi Swapp. It's really old. I don't know what it's called or exactly what the cloth type is, but dipping it into the watercolor, and it's kind of like a tie-dye type look. And I got the color inspiration for this layout from the photo. It's a photo of me looking down at my daughter, and behind me is a pom-pom heart thing on the wall that I made like a year ago. And the colors on it are really the only color in that photo, so I used that to sort of guide the colors for the other side so that it would match the photo. I often draw color inspiration from my photos because it helps me to pick colors, and it also makes sure that the layout is cohesive and matches. So I really like the way that this turned out. I might do this more, get some fabric and just sort of play around with creating some fabric. I love the texture there and pulling it up so that it dried quicker. So then I'm using it just kind of as a little bit of trim on the side of this wildflower and honey pattern paper. And then I machine stitched on either side of that to hold it down. And then I'm adhering down the heart. You can see that pom-pom heart there kind of behind my head. Sorry for the glare. They're not exact color matches, especially because I use the vellum, which lightens and softens and masks the color. So, but it's the general idea of the color, and it definitely, I think, goes with the photo well. But I'm using a white paint pen here for just a little bit of journaling there on the bottom. Looking back, I probably should have put some color on the word grateful because it sort of gets lost there in the right where it goes over the white cardstock. The texture, you can tell a little bit more in person, but here's some close-ups. I love the way that the watercolor turned out there on that fabric. So vellum's a great way to mask things.